I'm Chip Wilson, coming to you from the St. Roch National Shrine and Cemetery in the St. Roch neighborhood of New Orleans. If you look carefully at these tombstones, you will see English, Italian, Spanish, German, and French names, kind of showing the kind of population that lived here over the years. St. Roch itself, this neighborhood, was founded around 1830 as a suburb of New Orleans. And like Faubourg Marigny, or what has become called the Bywater, or Jefferson City uptown, all got absorbed into New Orleans over the years. This cemetery was founded in the late 1860s by a German priest for his parish. And so you do see a lot of German names in here. This is a very typical thing that you see in New Orleans cemeteries. What they do here with these tombs is very often someone will be entombed for a period of time, and then their body will be taken out, and often the bones will be put down in the lower part of the tomb. Because it's tropical here, that process doesn't take as long as it might take in the north, for instance. Just to walk through part of the cemetery here, let's take a look at some names. These are German names here. And here we have some French names. Another French name. And here we have German and Italian names, just to give you some ideas of the population here. Here's a very nice view of the chapel and the other chapel across in the second part of the cemetery. The second part of the cemetery features many, many more black people than this part of the cemetery, because black people weren't welcome to be buried here until the 1960s. St. Roch himself, an interesting character, born in Montpellier, France, and I think in the 13th century. He is a patron saint of dogs, people who suffer from plagues or pandemics, people who are wounded, people who have been falsely accused. And so you can see St. Roch covers a lot of territory. I'm going to walk over to the chapel and just see if I can see inside of it a little bit. The story of St. Roch is that he caught the plague and went off to the forest to basically suffer and die, I think he felt. And the dog of a local nobleman brought him food and tended to him until he became healed. And hence the St. Roch being a patron saint of dogs, which is great. I like dogs. Take a look in this window here. I think we will see some souvenirs of the kind of causes that St. Roch espoused. Kind of hard to see. On the left here, that's a statue of some sort, and you can see some crutches. Those are symbolic of some of the people that St. Roch serves as a saint. Let's take a look at a few more names. Flores. There's a great name. Dorothy Violet Watson Queen. French names. There's another Wagner up there. And real quickly, here's a Station of the Cross. And there's a full group of statues of Stations of the Cross. This is, I believe, a Spanish name. Some Italians, some French, and they tossed an Irish guy in there somehow. Kazaric is a very lauded name in the New Orleans music community because of Wardell Kazaric, who was one of the great arrangers of the early New Orleans recording scene, or should I say maybe the mid-1960s recording scene. Just coming into a different section of the cemetery. A little bit more modern section of the cemetery here. And just a couple more ideas of some names. Here we have a great mix. Italian, Scots, Spanish. There's really some amazing art, funerary art here. And you can see something interesting. People tend these graves. Although these are artificial flowers, they haven't been here for years and years. It's quite likely they were put here possibly on All Saints' Day, where people come to clean up the graves of their ancestors in New Orleans as a time-honored tradition. Here's a secondary chapel. And I just want to walk around to the rear of this. This is the St. Michael Chapel. Because this is the area where in the 1960s black folks were started to be able to be buried. And you can see people really taking care of their family tombs. Here's a newer section. And looking for a very specific tomb right now by a New Orleans celebrity who passed about 4 or 5 years ago. His name was Mr. Okra, and he was known for traveling through New Orleans in a pickup truck loaded with fresh vegetables and fruit, and often singing what he had. I've got banana, I've got oranges, and Mr. Okra was beloved through New Orleans. I bought vegetables from him several times when he would pass through my neighborhood. And here we have Mr. Okra. All right, you're in the St. Roch Cemetery. This is the new section, and I'm Chip Wilson coming to you Monday morning, March 20th, on an absolutely beautiful day.